I'm looking for an opportune time. A time when you're totally at ease. Perhaps when the night grows hazy and you're about to drift off would be the most opportune. How about one fine night? I will prepare the candles, aromatics, and even a cushy couch to create a cozy dreamland for you. And then I will tell you the answer in the form of a little bedtime story to lull you to sleep.
That's weird. This doesn't feel like an ending.
Countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds.
Is that the line from the Mirror That Celestia trailer?
You're feeling very relaxed now, aren't you? So, then, it's time to tell you a little bedtime story.
Oh no. You're gonna do the whole, this whole thing was a dream, isn't it?
Well, let's start with the conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle against Sunday. Everyone in Penacony failed, and no one survived.
Excuse me? Please don't do this to me.
But don't panic. The truth, as horrifying as it may be, is not yet irreversible. There's still a glimmer of hope, and that's why I'm here. Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to relive everything that happened before. And when this story reaches its end, I'm sure someone as clever as you will notice that.
Everything worked out too perfectly. Oh, that's so fucked.
There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced. Yet, within that flaw lies a glimmer of hope. Are you ready for it?
What happened? What did you retcon?
Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered back then, and then a Galaxy Ranger named Acheron showed you a way out.
I knew that was in the future. I knew it!
When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a confrontation with Aventurine, an IPC representative. Thankfully, Acheron appeared again and helped you. After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour, you ran into Sparkle disguised as Sampo and accidentally entered a child's dream. There, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried to involve you in her plan, but that resulted in an accidental death. Even more unsettling, you soon encountered another murder. The two cases of death prompted you to investigate the truth behind the sweet dream. Despite your efforts to gather information about the two victims, you didn't make much progress. But you did learn about the watchmaker from Gallagher. Meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of a fierce battle, Acheron revealed her true identity as an emanator of the Nihility and unsheathed her sword. That strike foiled Aventurine's plan and opened a passage between the sweet dream and the original memory zone. Upon your arrival at Dreamflux Reef, you learned the truth that death was actually dormancy, as well as the truth about the dreamscape, the Stellaron, and the bellboy, Misha.
Thank you for the recap.
You split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the Stellaron. However, it turned out that Sunday and the Dream Master had their own hidden agenda. and you had to engage in an ultimate duel on the stage of the Charmony Festival. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. You emerged victorious, with the Trailblaze triumphing over the Order, and Penacony embracing a bright and peaceful future. This marks the end of the thrilling journey in Penacony. I'm sure you've already noticed something unusual, haven't you?
Several things.
The major flaw, which contradicts all the known information, hides in this story.
My first encounter. The fake deaths of Firefly. Acheron and sheath their sword and reveal their...
Little Misha. Or should I call him the Watchmaker? He's only a segment of memory in a dream bubble, but his ambition for the Trailblaze led him to leave the bubble and embark on a grand adventure in Penacony. While Misha is a rather special memory zone meme, and he was granted power by the Trailblaze, there's still one thing that he shouldn't be able to do.
He shouldn't be able to visit the Reverie.
A life born in the memory zone could never manifest in reality. So, why did he appear in the Reverie Hotel in reality?
Because we were in a dream the whole fucking time.
The answer is simple. He is the one fatal variable that contradicts all our known information. This means that you, who wholeheartedly believe in this memory, are still trapped in the dreamscape at this very moment.
God fucking damn it.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal dream and return to the real world. We'll find our answers there.
The train is about to make the jump. 5.
We're about to
4,
jump to Penacony, aren't we?
3, 2.
Gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Why? It just keeps going.
This way, darling.
And on the 8th day.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
What happened? The deja vu is strong with this scene.
I understand you must be confused, and we'll do our best to shed light on the situation. However, before that, it's essential to know that this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Enna's dream? Excuse me?
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of over 100,000 Oak family members, and the desires of everyone in Penacony to usurp the harmony and restore the order.
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron. That strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was a sign that your thoughts were beginning to drift away. I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep sleep. Quite the contrary. They used the Stellaron to catalyze the leakage of Asdana's memoria into the material world, allowing the dreamscape to blend with reality.
That's fucked.
and that included a lot of memoria from the Beyond the Sky Choir. As time came and went, the dreams eventually became indistinguishable from reality, and reality became an illusion. People think they are awake, but their spirits have long since stepped into the Temple of Order.
This is what makes Enna's dream so powerful. In this paradise governed by the Order, everyone indulges in their delightful dreams and lives happily ever after. I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way could you reach the destination, lifting the crisis in Penacony and embarking on your next trailblazing expedition. If it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we might have been trapped in this dream forever.
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things, it can't affect the Nihility. I came to realize this when the Dream Master tried to expel me at any cost.
This is also why you felt a sense of peculiarity when traveling with her.
Did I?
Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is. Even if I'm a memo keeper, I was still influenced by the power of the Order and fell into hallucinations. However, thanks to your memories, now we still have a chance to turn the tide.
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, they can't create a flawless world like gods do. That's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words, once you have realized the world is not real, you'll have a chance to break free from the dream.
Fuck me.
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality. When I turned the pages of your memories, I realized that I was in an illusion too.
So we lost?
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Asdana has thus fallen into Enna's dream, transforming everyone equally into the notes of the Aeon. Failure doesn't mean weakness. Only the strong can gather the will to resist the Order and try to break free. We still have a chance, though. To make it happen, please, Black Swan, guide us to those with a strong will.
All right, please come with me.
Oh boy.
These people are... They're the ones who accept Enna's dream and indulge in their happy illusions. We have no means to wake them up now. Not even your clockwork will do the trick.
This is the promised land for us. Their eyes are dulled, their lips curl at the edges, as though transfixed with overwhelming joy. Your clockwork has no sway in them whatsoever. Simply droop and giggle to do is what? Yikes. Ineffectual. Maniacal fantasy. You completely don't even notice your existence. So we're just going back to the lobby. Oh, there's so many of them. We abide by thy divine will. Oh, there's
Here
Robin.
we are.
It's... Robin?
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Anna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
What happened to
Are
you?
you going to lock it up in a cage? I want to see it fly freely in the sky.
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive on its own. Do you want it to die?
No, but...
Then let's take care of it together until it can return to the sky.
Huh?
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly. Even if they may crash on the ground one day, they shouldn't be trapped in a cage.
Really?
Birds belong to the sky, so we should help them return there, right?
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that I realized it was just a dream. And this is our final hope. Anna's dream is founded upon the harmonious choir, namely everyone's shared wishes. It will only materialize once the aspirations of all beings in Penacony merge as one. At present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. And in order to destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Oh, that sounds super difficult.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it?
Brainwashing. Maybe we should all just go back to Anna's dream.
You want to go back? Unfortunately, human consciousness always gravitates toward reality. Now that you've seen the flaw in the dream, there is no turning back. Humans yearning for sweet illusions borders on obsession, leading them to subconsciously resist the harsh reality. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where she was completely unguarded, guiding her to uncover the truth herself to make her regain her consciousness. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would be nearly impossible.
But nearly.
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost as difficult as resurrecting an Eon.
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
Oh shit, you guys are here?
This is a critical moment for the whole universe. Who cares about some dumb number?
Thanks to Black Swan.
You're welcome. And thanks to the memo keepers in Penacony, too. I believe your partners have also awakened from their dreams.
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection, those who possess a strong will, like you, will gradually awaken from the dream. These free wills are the discord that will sway Anna's dream.
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream. We must find other ways to awaken the free will of millions of people within a short period of time.
Really big alarm clock. I'm running out of ideas.
If breaking through from the inside proves challenging, we can seek assistance from the outside. We've long been aware of a potential solution. Asdana is a galaxy known for its abundant memoria and the remarkable phenomenon known as synesthesia dreamscape. When people first enter this place, they often find themselves and others sharing a collective dream. At this very moment, there is only one dream encompassing the entire Asdana system.
So, you mean If we can attract a large number of outsiders to this system, their free will would intertwine with this dream and shake it to its core.
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead.
That's a big risk.
The real challenge is, how can we gather a huge number of people as determined as you within a short period of time?
Robin, want to put on a concert and live stream it?
Looks like the Jade Kiss of Allying Oath will be the only solution.
No. No need for that. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance for such a tiny request. You want thousands of people with unwavering free will? That's easy.
Call the IPC.
Just leave it to us Galaxy Rangers.
You can gather Galaxy Rangers?
Outsiders may see Galaxy Rangers as elusive and disconnected individuals, and actually, they're right. And that's why we have a tacit understanding among us. Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a Galaxy Ranger. That it can only fulfill its purpose when returned to its rightful owner. Because it's a burial artifact. Worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of a hero. And in the direction it falls, countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared purpose, without questioning the cause or counting the cost, because we abide by a common principle.
Protect the weak. Do not kill the innocent.
The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night, and with them comes the dawn. We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors, and villains of the universe of our presence. I'll be the one to ignite the first spark.
Once the dreamscape is swayed, I'll complete the second step. I'll fine-tune the slumbering souls with the Song of the Harmony, interrupting them with the discord of Trailblaze, and guiding them towards reality. It's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only the people of Penacony themselves can be the saviors of their homeland. Their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. While I may not be a nameless, I'm willing to instill courage in all those who need it. This includes my brother as well. And his dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
Your plan sounds
I just realized
well
that she has the
conceived,
neck thingy.
But still, it appears
I didn't think about it
somewhat
till just now.
idealistic and romantic.
Fucking Black Swan's got a bigger neck covering
The
than Robin.
flaws rooted in human nature can't be eradicated overnight. Do you believe these efforts alone are enough to convince everyone to choose the right path?
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the most critical aspect of this plan is not to convince everyone to choose the right path, but to inspire them to save themselves.
So, you're the key in the end, I assume?
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream will be my responsibility.
Now, if only we had like some kind of emanator of preservation that was just hanging around. It's not like we have two cornerstones just floating around, right?
That's a relief to hear.
Now that our roles are assigned, let's get to our battlefields and pose a grand finale.
Alright. We have reached the second climax.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you.
When does Firefly's role in all of this?
This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey. Just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony.
This is where Firefly uncovered the truth. Whatever we're facing, I'm prepared.
I have faith in you. However, before we depart, there is one more thing I must tell you. There's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's unwavering dedication.
Firefly.
Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and it came at a cost.
She's dead.
As you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from this dream in one way. A real death. We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous lady. Are you ready?
Let's embark.
Very well. Now, please close your eyes.
Alright. Level 76 recommended. And on the 8th day. Alright, let's grab the story.
Ah, Miss Stellaron. Time for us to reveal our true value to one another.
Look who's graced us with their presence. Guess I'll be in your shadow now.
Let's just go as much AoE as we can. Let's try this new team.
Look who's graced us with their presence. Guess I'll be in your shadow now.
I think we have enough imaginary damage now.
How long has this rain?
Oh my fucking god, we still have to listen to this bullshit? Oh, look at those hands, they're growing.
If I remember correctly, it has lasted for decades, or even centuries. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. But thankfully, we've guided those lost souls to their lives beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they won't be reduced to puppets of the Nihility in their death. You see? The shadows on the sea have vanished. Do you remember? He once said that the sky would clear when the regrets of the departed had faded away.
But it's still raining.
I know.
So, why is all this? Why did this rain choose me?
Because someone's regrets haven't been fulfilled, perhaps. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving, and for some, Their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Okay. Are we gonna get new information out of this now?
Sin thirsters. The obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of Ix, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they have journeyed with me for such a long time.
Oh, so this is how it is. I'm already dead.
Yes.
Are you watching over me?
This is my duty, as Acheron the Watcher.
The Watcher of the River of Acheron.
I'm guarding the path to the abyss of the nihility, guiding every soul reluctant to become one with it. Back to this side.
But if this is what the departed ones expected, should you try to change it?
I don't know. But someone once told me that when the inevitable moment came, he hoped that someone would stand at his grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
Even if it doesn't make sense at all?
Some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless. I have experienced that much already. Please extend your hand, and then close your eyes. I'll carry your wish with me and fulfill it. Only then will I be able to put an end to the final regret by the Dead Sea.
Will I ever see them again?
Yes, that is certain. Because it was you who told me about the Express, your two former companions. The expedition cut short by the swarm, your narrow escape from death, and your encounter with the Galaxy Rangers.
Is this Misha's dad?
And Penacony, the hometown to which you could never return.
Or is this Misha?
Yeah. For countless times, I got rejected by the family and had to pass it by. But I knew that my companion was still there. Oh, Mikhail,
So this is Tiernan.
are you still there?
So this is Tiernan.
Take my hand and come with me. We will leave this place. You'll embark on a long, long journey, shrouded in darkness. But fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. That's the color of existence. Follow it, and it'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
Thank you.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. Welcome to the horizon of existence. This place is one of the thousands of manifestations belonging to the sleeping and shapeless. And it's also an exit out of the nihility for the awake ones. Let's bid our final farewells here.
See your final farewells to Acheron.
Please stay tuned. Please stay tuned.
I can't switch.
Always distinguish between reality
Jesus,
and
that was
imagination.
fucking hard skipped it.
All right, Gray.
Please tell me she isn't really here.
Life is akin to a winding labyrinth. where memories serve as our sole companions.
May your schemes be forever concealed.
Anna's dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
To the imperfect tomorrow.
I still remember the question on the invitation letter.
Why does life slumber?
Why does life slumber?
Why does life slumber? We don't know the answer yet, but we're about to awaken from this dream. Or perhaps such is the answer itself. Leave this place. Return to where you belong, and awaken Penacony from this dream. As I said, our plan is not about convincing everyone to choose the right path, but about inspiring them to save themselves. So, when will people actively save themselves?
You're gonna destroy Penacony, aren't you?
The answer is when they are in desperate situations. Like a drowning individual in the deep sea. When one's body and mind bear immense pressure, agony, confusion, and despair will follow. I firmly believe that. The fragility of humankind often freezes them in their tracks. But in truly desperate situations, they will strive to save themselves. And now, Penacony has enough heroes to lead them forward. It's through this inherent, self-centered instinct that people exert their utmost effort, even when they know their struggle is fruitless. As absurd as it may seem, it's their resistance.
Can you get to the point, please?
As for now, it is time to guide them, not as a savior, but as a nameless among those mortals.
And also, Stell, can you stop smiling? This is not a happy time.
In this way, you will reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
She's gonna kill us.
The rain is intensifying. Before we part ways, please allow me to ask a few final questions.
Oh no, are we gonna get more red text?
So far, you have forged unbreakable bonds with numerous individuals and entities in the sweet dream.
Okay, this is paralleling our first interaction. This is gonna be our last one, huh?
Ask if you fear severing these bonds with your own hands.
No. I feel no fear.
If there is a vast, lifelike dreamland that is virtually indistinguishable from reality, a realm without death, where everyone can attain the happiness and fulfillment they deserve, living blissfully ever after, I would ask, would you wish to stay?
I would never want to live in a dream.
Imagine if this
I would want the
splendid
dream to be
were
reality
fated to fall
personally, but
apart.
that's my personal take.
Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone, and every face they remember. The joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging. All will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey's finale right from its inception, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey?
Probably.
I'm glad. The answer itself doesn't matter. What matters is that you've made a decision.
Decision you won't regret.
Listen, touch, and ponder. And therein lies the sensation. Cherish it, because that's what makes us exist. Such is the only answer humans can offer when facing the nihility. If the nihility represents the primal fear of life,
I don't think that's
rendering
what it
any
represents.
lofty convictions insignificant under their imposing shadow,
Makes you question it, to be more often.
then behind this shadow,
I'm not very nihilistic.
there must exist the most fervent source of light in the world. Just as every life that edges closer to death fervently approaches the end of the nihility, we must pursue that primordial light.
Now, come to think that you exist in the nihility, and you watch over others to depart it, such a task is absurd and meaningless.
Nevertheless, someone had to do it. As for the meaning you mentioned, even if it's a meaningless task, I've come this far, haven't I?
Even if the future you forge may not even belong to you.
It may not belong to me, but it definitely belongs to someone.
What hardships you must have experienced. In that case, allow me to do something meaningless too. Please, tell me your name. Perhaps my existence will vanish in the next moment, and nobody will remember this conversation or your answer.
So this is just purely for the audience.
But I believe that your name should be remembered, and this universe will remember it as well.
For me, some things are difficult to recall. Yet there are others that I find challenging to forget. Such is memory, a creation of the past that blossoms into significance in the distant future. I remember that marks the start of my journey. The origin of the vibrant red hue in my life, and the most fervent element amidst every tempest. That's my name. Raiden Ozanmori May.
Raiden May! Woo! We held on to that for fucking way longer than we needed to. Is everyone excited? Is everybody happy now? Confirmation for what you already
The Golden
knew.
Dream is getting restless. In the coming long nights, I'm afraid you will face many setbacks and witness many tragedies.
This is paralleling our first.
And in the end, you will only see in black and white. But please believe me, that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will appear once more.
There goes the neighborhood.
What you must do is ponder its significance, then return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
Alright. I feel like we were just here. They gave us a fake out ending so that we could fight an easy boss a second time. How sad would it be if the game crashed right here?
Have you broken free from the dream of order?
We've done enough sleeping already. Let's show them a wake-up call.
Noisy.
Yeah, I think this is taking too long. Let's just, let's reset this. Workday without God.
Have you broken free from the dream of order?
We've done enough sleeping already. Let's show them a wake-up call.
Follow my chart. Here.
There's thunder!
Time, Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Disorderly noise!
Stay calm. Better late than never. Time for the payout.
That did not do as much damage as I thought it would.
Without order, how can the weak be righteous?
Wow. My turn.
You do 2%.
Conflict is pitiless. Why is everybody silent? The noise is fading.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Listen up. Let's play our... Let the show begin.
Choose from strike.
Alright.
Look at the draw. Please. And... victory!
Let's see, the strategy here is basically just do as much damage as possible.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Follow my charge.
Here, there's thunder. Noisy. Sink into a dream.
Okay. You're pretty much on your own now.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless. Noisy.
Still the same old.
Receive divinity.
Tasty.
Repay.
Keep up with me. Wake up.
Major.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
When they keep quiet.
Here, there's thunder.
Let's play our own. Let the show begin.
This thing lasts 3 turns. So if you can get your
Time
energy
for
back
the
to full in
master
3
stroke.
turns, that does a lot. Especially since hitting
Show no
weakness
mercy.
broken enemies can give you all that energy back.
Choose from strike. Take off my turn.
I'll take the lead. Listen up.
I'll see you off.
Follow my charge.
Conflict
is
pitiless. Disorderly noise. All things are part of the melody.
Nothing responds.
Wake up.
Enjoy eternal peace. Here, there's thunder.
7,336 notes. I solemnly invite you to join the glorious chorus.
Man, that was cutting close.
Ascend to the heavens.
Maybe I should have just swapped out Qingchui for Aventurine. Jing Yuan should be able to do enough.
Listen up. Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin.
Uphold the truth.
Luck of the draw. Freeze and victory!
Disorderly noise. Conflict is pitiless. The noise is fading. The dreamscape is indistinguishable from reality. Can it still be called an illusion?
That is a good point.
Wake up.
There's no time to lose.
Here is thunder. With this perfect melody I command, recreate paradise anew.
That's cheating.
Music.
I was about to say, we're not really hurting him all that much.
There seems to be another kind of sound coming into the Order's symphony. Penacony's first and last disharmony.
Pick up the train.
Keep up with me.
Prestige Horizon Zaku from afar to attack enemies.
Those imprisoned in their dreams are awakening for freedom.
Holy shit.
Is that you singing?
Brother, you have heard their cries. This is not the paradise they hoped for.
Even so, they don't know where they should be heading. That's why I had to become the lone star in the sky to guide them.
Even if that star must hang in a perpetual night of solitude.
Walk in the light.
Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin.
Show no mercy.
Luck of the draw.
This just got a lot easier, a lot quicker.
Victory!
Eternal sleep is not...
The dead return!
I'm about to edit this so much down.
When victory.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Disorderly noise. Conflict is pitiless.
I'll take the lead. Listen up.
Wait for the tiles.
Follow my charge.
Here is thunder. Disorder.
Even if the future is full of pain, we won't escape from it.
Disorderly noise.
I think this makes 2 bosses now that we've hit with the train.
Wake up.
Also, this must be the 3rd song that was on Robin's album that we haven't heard yet.
The truth.
Choose your strike.
Now noisy. Conflict is pitiless. All things are part of the melody. Enjoy eternal peace.
Show no mercy.
Disorderly
Keep up with me.
noise.
Listen up.
Now noisy.
Let's play our own. Let the show begin.
My turn.
Man, people with Cooler Daniel are just gonna have a real easy time in this fight, aren't they?
Receive divinity. 1,000. Thanks.
Repay.
Eternals.
The dead return! Noisy.
There's no time to lose.
Here, there's thunder. The noise is fading. I underestimate Bloom.
Tasty.
Have a noble soul. Don't be shackled by the past.
Disorderly
That
noise.
does so much. That does so much.
Never experienced solitude. How could we have embarked on different paths? Now, our final talk has concluded.
Oh, here we go.
All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality. If your paradise can save more people, sever my path with your hands. I swear on truth.
I'll take the lead.
Every time you break a layer toughness, you're getting put. Alright.
Wake up!
May I honor you?
Oh my god, I just realized he has every weakness type.
Freeze and victory!
I swear on words.
On the third day, grant language.
With this 7-day
The fourth day, grant value.
I command you to heed.
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this.
It was not
We
you
have 10k shield.
who created all things. It was humanity that created you. Your divine being will become the foundation of our paradise.
Oh my god, it's the creation of man.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Here is thunder.
Show no mercy.
We are starved for skill points.
Choose from strike.
By the solemn desire.
Witness the will of the weak!
Let's settle this.
Blasphemous.
Conflict is pitiless.
Let the show begin.
Extra break damage, baby.
My turn. Wait for the tides.
Follow my charge.
Here is thunder.
I'll take the lead. Wake up!
Blasphemous.
Come on.
The weakness of humanity cannot be redeemed by others.
Blasphemous.
Conflict is pitiless.
Keep up with me.
Blasphemous.
Listen up!
Blasphemous.
Choosing strike.
You chose the wrong enemy. There's no time to lose.
Here is thunder.
I'll take the lead.
Here comes the Lightning Lord for the finish.
Wake up!
Blasphemous.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
So, why does life slumber?
Because someday
We will awaken.
we will wake up from our dreams.
over?
Is the story finally over, though? That's the real question.
In the first year of the AE 2158, a fiery conspiracy erupted in the land of the dreams. It soon faded in chaos and destruction.
Who's talking right now?
Whispers carried the tale of those fateful 48 system hours, when a sun teetered on the precipice of collapse. A paradise stood on the brink of destruction, and a world was poised to surrender to its new master. Amidst it all, a body decayed, a pack of vultures gathered, and a brother and sister were doomed for eternal separation.
Please stop sneak peeking in metaphor, whoever you are.
And so, an eon succumbed to slumber once more. Some celebrated this fall, while others mourned. Among the insignificant witnesses, mere specks in the vast tapestry of the universe, it was said that this time, the Eon met their demise with dignity.
Who is talking right now?
As the cosmos bathed in the radiance of a pure dawn, a tempestuous storm brewed on the horizon. The chant of everything for the Amber Lord grew ever louder.
Oh,
Yet,
God.
no matter how one contemplated, time inexorably swings Klapot's colossal hammer in eternal cycles.
That's why we measure the years in Amber eras.
The tale of the Astral Express reaches both its conclusion and a new beginning. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions.
Okay, we started a new recording because God knows how much longer this will go on for.
Brother, do you think the stars will fade away?
Where did that come all of a sudden?
Because the constellation that looks like a bird, the Torrent Eagles, looks a bit dim lately.
It's the Torment Eagles. Don't worry, it's still there. It's located in the inner ring of Penacony and can only be seen when spring and summer overlap.
Ah.
As for the question you asked, I think stars do die, just like people. But do you know, sister? No star actually belongs to the present. The light we see from them is from a long time ago. Even after the stars perish, their light will travel millions of light years, spanning countless years, to illuminate the night sky of another world. In our paradise, I believe there will be a star like that, shining with the same light. Its radiance will last forever, and its name will be happiness.
No, not just one star. We should have 2 stars. Or maybe even more.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a deal.
It's a deal then. This is our promise. And nothing will sway our ideals.
Oh boy. I can't believe that we've been live for what has been effectively 7 hours. We started this at 9. It's almost fucking 5 in the morning.
Yeah, you bet.
Is it really the end this time? Is it really the end this time? Down Kong, still don't know who's playing March 7th. Himiko. Welt is Welt. Firefly Sam. Oh, and May is Acheron. Black Swan is Black Swan. Sparkle is Sparkle. Veritas Ratio is Dr. Ratio. Robin is Robin. Sunday is Sunday. Dream Master is Dream on the servant. Go with the Dream Master. Cameo appearances. Topaz and Jade. Crypt Supervisor Elio. Rosalina Jane Estella. An ex-surveyor aboard the Astral Stress and young scholar bringing enthusiasm and curiosity, hailing from the Zarina Earth system, enlightened by the rumors dominated by the academic cliques. She majored in memoria dynamics to seek out the border of possibilities. She joined the crew of the Astral Spectre builder Asdana and raised the memoria towards the War of the Independence. She piloted the shuttle of her own and disappeared into the memory zone in search of secrets of primordial dreamscape. Her research was on the theoretical basis. She was a true founder behind the Land of Dreams. Berutha and Tyrion, former guard of the Astral Stress. Outstanding games ahead from the frontier of the Friday. Oh my god, I don't have time to read all this. All opening his sword with breath. He fought in this crusade against Lord Ravager Zulo, managed to survive the gruesome battle, disappeared slightly till the 7 night in front of relics. He was true, pure, noble soul of William. Miguel Carter Legward, former mechanic of the Astral Express, hailing from the ocean planet with Shaka. The Watchmaker is the greatest light of all. Penacony is the final line, yada yada yada. I'm gonna have to read all of this on my own time while I'm editing it because it's going up just slightly at the pace where I can't keep up. Meanwhile, Penacony remains resplendent in glory. The child's dream will continue in perpetuity. May this journey lead us starward.
It's a pleasure to hear your voice again.
Oh, hi, Jade.
Congratulations. You've become the biggest winner of this festival.
Are you calling just to poke fun at me?
No. I'm just impressed. Not only did you venture alone into Penacony and discover the truth of Dreamflux Reef, but you also managed to escape with the help of that Knight of Beauty.
Oh my fucking god, I love him. I love him so much. Argenti, you are the best.
Remember the recording you received from your Trailblaze friend? It's now the most valuable chip in this game. However, this came at a high cost. Losing a cornerstone is a hefty price to pay. Diamond just called a meeting to discuss what to do with you.
Just as I expected. So is Diamond planning to demote me? Or kick me out of the 10 Stonehearts?
Why don't you take a wild guess?
Well, alright. Then I'll guess. He's going to promote me to P46?
Alright. What will you wager?
Are we talking about a real bet here? I don't want to wager anything just to escape your clutches. But if it's just a friendly bet, I'll put on the line what I did when we first met. I'll bet my life, ma'am.
Interesting. But since it's Diamond's call, no one can predict the outcome. I'm on my way to Penacony. Once everyone is settled, we'll return to Pier Point for the final showdown.
So is Pier Point where we're going next?
Sounds like I'll be out of the action for a while. Finally, a chance to kick back and relax.
Yeah. Leave everything to me and Topaz, child. Thanks to you, as soon as the Jade Stone was delivered to the family's compound, we finished up our preparations. The seeds we planted have taken root. Soon, it'll be time to reap the rewards.
Huh? Let's wrap it up for now. Looks like I've got a visitor here.
Is it the Acheron or
Oh,
Boot Hill?
So many surprises today. Didn't expect a Galaxy Ranger and wanted criminal to show up here. One who managed to take out 2 IPC members under the noses of our fleet. Do you understand what that means?
Screw wubba boo, I just put him to sleep. Don't try to intimidate me with that nonsense. Besides, I've taken down more IPC lackeys than the residual value you squeezed. And I don't mind adding a few more zeros to my wanted poster.
That's a scary sentiment.
I have a question for you. Be honest, or I don't mind putting a bullet into your head. is Oswaldo Snyder.
The head of marketing development department? And that's going to be the first to be continued. What's the second one? And on the 8th day complete in our time. In the end, we awaken from our dreams. Business is business. Loot hunt. Festive superstar. Token of admiration. Unfortunately, this gift costs us instant. You might really help. I'll come right along. Score stand vacation.
Today's fortune is...
Well, we finally hit a stopping point. Thank God. Once upon a Dreamville. Let's check Fate's Atlas. See if we're actually done. So we have Once Upon a Dreamville, which will probably be what we take some time into it. Dream Song. Alright, so we got stuff to do. But we finally reached a stopping point. And dear God, do I want to go to bed. It's almost 5 a.m. I thought this would be like another 3 hours because I was expecting like a 6-hour session. I wasn't expecting... Considering this was 10 hours of story content total. 10 and a half, roughly. And now that we're all caught up, all that's left to do is see you all next time.
Today's fortune is...
I'm gonna have to spend so much time editing this down.
Not good for work or overtime.
Thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you to our beautiful mods here. And thank you to the developers of Hoyo versus Honkai Star Rail, because boy was that a very entertaining storyline. Unfortunately, there are still a lot of loose ends that need to be elaborated on. We still need to know what happened to Firefly. We still need to know what happened to the Stellaron, I guess. Jade is on her way here. And then beyond all that, we don't even know what the fuck Sparkle's button did in the end. Alright. So, we still have some loose ends to tie up before we finish up. So, this is probably going to get edited towards... attaching towards maybe towards the end of the 2.2 story playthrough. Because by the time we had finished it, I was really tired and didn't have much in the thought processes of working. So, there's a lot of loose ends in the story that I felt didn't get tied up very well, and it really hurt my opinion on the story overall. Personally, I think it's like a 7, somewhere between a 7 and an 8 out of 10 is how I would rate the Penacony story as a whole. The ensemble cast mechanic was a good idea in theory, but in practice, their execution of it left a lot to be desired. As a whole, it made it feel like Acheron and Boot Hill were just kind of plot devices more than they were actually characters in this. And if they had a much more narrow cast, this would have been a much better story. Like, for instance, in the 2.0 section where everyone split up, it would have been nice if we got to switch and follow the story from Himiko and March's points of view, as well as Welt's point of view. Because, like, in the 2.0 story, Welt had an encounter with Silverwolf and Sam. We didn't get to see that. March had an encounter at an auction with Dr. Ratio. We didn't get to see that. And then in the 2.2 story, halfway into it, Welt and Robin just get off-screened, and then that doesn't... we don't see what happens to them until, like, everything's been resolved. And then on top of all that, we cut to Sparkle, which was a waste of time. A character who actually contributes very little to this story at all. She was very interesting and very fun, and we love her. but she didn't really add anything to the story. And she's just one of those loose ends that needs to be tied up. But speaking of loose ends that need to be tied up, I've also promised that we would go check out a few things before we ended up wrapping up. So we're going to be doing those. First things first, we're going to check on Firefly's secret base, because we don't know what the hell happened to her at the end of the storyline, so maybe we'll get some closure there. And I've also been told that there's something, because I look through the achievements whenever I go through these games in my off time. And there are some achievements that I would like to see if we can get really quickly. Alright, first things first, let's go check out Firefly's secret base. And if we go through all of my checklist really quickly, we'll do other stuff. But the next stream that we'll probably be doing in Star Rail after that, after this one, we'll be doing some of the Fate Atlas stuff. Because I do plan on streaming everything that's in Fate's Atlas. Which we have Dream Song available, and we have this Once Upon a Dreamville stuff. Which is the stop clock thingy, which I don't know how long that's around. But it's tied to this event in the travel log. Which is going to be here for 36 days. We'll have plenty of time to get around to that. We get a light cone from it, too. So I expect it to be fairly lengthy. First thing on the agenda, we got a text message from Aventurine. So I said we'd go to look at Firefly's secret base, but this is the actual first thing. Sorry, I only just saw your message. Now that my mission on Penacony has come to an end, I can finally use my phone out in the open. Felt like I was in jail. Glad you're okay. You're so kind. Since we got nothing else going on, how about we play a simple dice game to keep our senses sharp? The number you roll is greater than or equal to mine. I'll tell you something that happened after the theme park incident. Sound good? Let's begin. Aventurine rolled a 3. Your turn. Your chances seem good. Casually roll the dice. Doesn't matter to me anyway. He rolls a 2. How about one more round? Nothing in the rules says we can't have a duel over. Let's do it again then. Roll a 6. Spill it. How lucky. After taking that one strike from the Emanator's blade, I waded into a river wider than any I've ever seen in my life. I thought that I'd reach a dead end of my life. But as you can see, I'm still alive and happy about that. Rolls a 1. Your turn. Rolls a 5. And? This is cute. When you guys were unraveling the secrets beneath Penacony's surface, I already had fell into the primordial dreamscape. The Preservation's cornerstone shielded me from contamination of the nihility, but in doing so, it completely shattered to smithereens. Fortunately, I met a knight of beauty and narrowly... That means that was the real Argenti? And narrowly escaped death with his help. It's your turn. We gotta follow through with this game. Luck is on your side. Then, thanks to you lot, all of the truths came to light. Topaz and Jade took over their affairs on Penacony. Now I get to enjoy some time off. But I've been having various nightmares these past few days. Waking up drenched in a sweat every single time. Thankfully, the IPC has arranged the Doctor of Chaos to give me a thorough examination until things have improved. That's about it. They are lucky to let me tell you the whole story. Enjoy losing much? Happy losing, huh? You tricked me again. The dreamscape may be a bustling place, but there aren't many friends. I gotta find my ways to do what I couldn't. Wouldn't you say? Thanks for helping me through the tough times. Hope it wasn't too much of a bother. Guess I'll find some fun somewhere else. See ya. See, this was one of those loose ends I was talking about. I'm glad that we got some closure there. It's a real shame that it's in a text message that some people are just going to speed through and not read. But that is one loose end down. What happened to Aventurine? Now we got to find out what happened to Firefly. What happened to Sunday is also a loose end. What happened to Robin is kind of a loose end. And we're going to go look into those afterwards. Alright. This button. Dream's Edge. I've gone here so many times that I know exactly where it is. There's also some achievements that tell me to go back and check out the 3 zones that we explored during Aventurine's Grand Hotel. Not the hotel. The Order, Chaos, and Full Realm that he made right before his boss fight. So we're going to check those out. I guess you could call this video a post-story wrap-up at this point. I almost started fighting that instinctively. Here we go. Pop. Robin's theme isn't playing here. Oh, never mind. There it goes. This observation deck has breathtaking views. You can almost see the entire Dream's Edge at a glance. It's not an easy place to find the person who truly... The memories you create without roll too many to count, whether they were happy or otherwise, they will become part of you like the oak cake roll that you ended up with in your belly. The previously mixed emotions have gradually disappeared, replaced with a palette of serenity, night sky, reality, unstreaked by shooting stars. You know that you both have your mission to complete, be it in the dreamscape or in reality. To this end, you two are forced to go separate paths, towards your own preordained destinies. When all this is over, will you see each other again? That is what you believe. You hope she will be safe and well. I'm glad we came back here. We still don't know what fully happened to her. I'll tell you what did happen though. We're pulling for Firefly in 2.3. That's what's happening. We got like 60 pulls saved up already. That's where all that's going. But hey, that's another check off. Another thing off the list. Okay, let's go to the place of pipe organ. Penacony Grand Theater. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. God, I love the music here. It's got that whole church-like feel, but also that ominous and foreboding-like feel. Oh, there's stuff this way. How did I miss this on my first playthrough? Oh. There she is. You still on putting a favorite house? Do tell. What is it? Actually, it's about the Grand Theater. Hey, I'm there right now. You may have heard about the Oak family's past proclamation that the guests were absolutely safe, and that's all thanks to the Order's power. Oh boy. Excuse me. Come on. Stop texting. I want to read it. Thanks to the Order's power. But this strength has since almost dissipated on Penacony, which also means that in the present dreams, death is not an impossibility. We could die in here now? Uh-oh. When my older brother and I crashed onto the land back then, I was thrust into the unconscious darkness, but when I awoke, I was surrounded by nurses and my brother was nowhere to be seen. I wanted to know if he was safe, but they refused to tell me. It is out of desperation that I'll ask you if you would look into my brother at the Grand Theater. Even a tiny clue would be reassuring. I'm now really, really afraid. Don't worry, leave it to me. Prepare for the worst. I'll think of something. I'm sure he's fine. Thank you. He got hit by a train like 6 times. I'm sure he's fine. Thank you, Ken. I'm eternally thankful. If you find anything, look for me near the ticketing booth. I'll be disguised as an Intellitron, dressed in blue formal attire. I'll avoid the hound's noses, please. Okay, now I'm sus. Is this Sparkle? Now I'm sus. So we got to investigate down this way. This is probably going to be the most edited portion of this. I mean, I can't look a gift trotter in the mouth. Topaz, look away. You don't have to watch this. I'm not here right now. Alright. 60 stellar jade for killing a trotter.
We're in the money.
God, this place is so huge. It's gonna take forever to turn over everything. And then we still have to do the 3 inner painting things. Let's check here first, before we check anything else. Lost property. Corners of this notebook have turned yellow, almost like most content is stained like rust-like stains, rendering it ineligible. 1.1. The aftermath of Dusk Wars, dusk shrouded the heavens, chaos engulfed the earth, and blank rent the evil of nothingness, yada yada. One thing they set the tune for all existence, they bestowed them, they are the truths. They bestowed all things in the calendar once again, the retreat to end of them. This is definitely Sunday's notebook. They built a dam amidst the currents. 127, 120. Oh my. Notebook, its corners are yellow like stains. When you flip the rather withered, brittle page, the best bubbly colors from it. You don't linger long in the air, sifts in the mirages, then the moment you hear a faint sound next to your ears.
The victor bears the responsibility of victory. Finish me. Fly into the sky.
We were supposed to fly into the sky together.
If only I could.
What is this? When you focus and try to track down the source of the sound, you only discover that they have disappeared like morning dew in the light that pours down from the curtains, fading without a trace. The journal's pages bear traces of what appears to be the word resembling Robin. Could be related to that elegant songstress. Keep it safe for now. Lost property. Oh, I got the Boot Hill sticker. Cool. They can over here. Oh. Elegant Intellitron. Robin, is that you? It's me, it's a bother talk. Saying with this face, hang on. I don't think anyone noticed us. Let's talk. Did you find anything? Reaction is almost imperceptible, but you definitely notice her momentary shock. She restores her composure very quickly and flashes a smile at you, even if her voice trembles ever so slightly. Thank you, I will have a look. This is the only clue I found. It is enough. Thank you, Ken. This is definitely my big brother's handwriting. It should be one of his belongings, but this scripture, the Odes of Harmony, has nothing like this recorded in it. And this red residue, so he really... Robin chokes on her words. We might still be able to turn this thing around. Robin simply bows her head and staring dumbly at the journal in her hands, and says nothing. She finally speaks after a long silence. Yes, we will. When we reunited at Dreamflex Reef, I had an ominous feeling that maybe our paths would not cross again. It's just I didn't expect this day to come so soon. Heaven's will is certainly cruel. What do you intend to do? I don't know, there's too many things happening. I'm too confused and to process them right now. All of us, you, me, my brother, all of us, we obviously have nothing but kind intentions. To do the best we can in all we do. To give it our all. But our countless kind acts only end up in tragedy. This world is really not beautiful at all. But we can make it better. You're right. There's plenty more we can do. The dream is on the verge of collapse, and many sinister characters are raring to capitalize on the situation. I have to protect this place at all costs, cut out all the impurities, and turn it into something better. I'm sure Sunday would also want me to do so. Speaking of my brother, though we only found this journal, I don't think it means anything right now. My instincts tell me that he's definitely alive and well somewhere in this dream. I'm looking for a new way out for that ideal that we share. I mean, the sky is where the birds belong. May your ideals come true soon. No matter what, I hope you have no regrets. Yes, I will gladly take your blessing. I'll never back down, nor have I ever. Let's leave it here for now. Thank you for chatting with me for so long. I'm guessing the hounds have already discovered that I've slipped out. Sorry, Can, but I have to return now. May Harmony's light be with you. Faded card falls up from between. Huh? This is someone's treasure. The collectible cards of the Planet of Festivities series are designed and released by the Dreamstar Entertainment, the Alfalfa Publishing House. All rights reserved on authorized reproduction will be prosecuted. This is a collectible card showcases an exceptional craft exceeding it from the ordinary copies. This it may be a limited edition. The back of the card features the owner's elegant handwriting. To my dear brother, may our skies always shine bright with starlight. I also have a card that resembles this. Now this is the limited edition. The distributor gave it to me as a commemorative souvenir, but I thought it would mean more to my brother, so I wrote some kind words on it and gave it to him. I never thought he'd still have this. It's been so many years. He must be really lonely. Her face flushes red with a less than perfect smile. She executes herself with a fluster and bound. The feather he dropped. Well, that's another loose end tied. We kind of know what happened to Sunday, but not entirely sure. Help Ron and find clues about Sunday. Where are you going, Mikhail? I have walked the path that I should have walked. Guess who I am? That's a good question. That's one more loose end we should check out. Let's go say hi to Mikhail one last time.
Just thinking about work gives me a full-body migraine.
So we can actually go to a child stream from here. That's kind of neat. Railroad, take me home. Enter a child stream through the Watchmaker's Dream Bubble at Dreamflex Reap.
Just thinking about work gives me a full-body migraine.
Hello, Nameless. Welcome to Dreamflex Reap. See, this is Dreamscript's original form. No wild celebrations, no parties. Just a bundle of chaotic memoria, a resistant force battling ardently within nightmares. Welcome to join the Watchmaker's cause. I'd be honored if Mikhail were still around. I'm sure he'd feel the same. You were also a Nameless once? I've encountered many Nameless, becoming friends with them, but no, I'm not one of them. Since my adolescent days, I've always dreamed of boarding the Astral Express and becoming advocate of the Trailblaze. Mikhail told me of his many adventures. Rosalina taught me how to read the astral charts, and Tiernan taught me how to use weapons to protect myself. Through conversations with them, my mind gradually pieced together the entire cartography of the stars, even if I had never left Ozdana since the day I was born. Do you still wish to take a look outside? There's never been a moment where I haven't, but I'm not depressed anymore. In contrast from the crevices I regret, I've seen some flowers and other beautiful things grow. I've found my own calling, protect this stream and guide those who've stumbled into it to find themselves again. For the present me, even if I'm destined to not realize my ideals, I can still become the motivation to drive myself to live earnestly and move forward. Destined not to realize my ideals, that means. If I were to calculate using real time, I'm already very old, Can. I'm afraid my flesh is already long gone. The image I portray before you is now probably no different from the Mika who first entered the dreamscape. I've been standing guard in the endless dreamscape waiting for someone to return to the Watchmaker's Echo, to inherit his wish. After meeting you all, I felt especially peaceful compared to that unfulfilled ideal of mine. Your arrival is more akin to a promise that will eventually be realized. It's just as he said before. Hope and dreams will not vanish. They will just be lost momentarily. Bear with it. They will surely find their way home. Anytime, anywhere, my friend. Talk about your father? Miguel? My father was not perfect, but he burned bright his entire life. His ideals were always close to his heart. He never lost hope. Even on the darkest days, he had too many things he could not do. But that never stopped his pursuit of freedom. Not from fear of failure. Neither did he hesitate to lend a helping hand to those in need. Never seen the great Akavili he spoke of, but in my heart, Mikhail Charlegwork was a symbol of the Trailblaze. Tell me of your experiences. I was born when Penacony was still a prison. My biological parents were once descendants of the interstellar criminals during Asdana's Memoria harvesting period. My memories are hazy. In that war against our oppressors, many children like me lost our kin and friends. I was lucky because I met Mikhail. He rescued me from the smoke and ashes of war, and raised me as one of his own. To me, he was my real father. Mikhail, Rosalina, Tiernan, I grew up under their protection. Became a combat pilot and joined the fight to liberate Asdana. Fought alongside them, shedding blood and tears of that symbolized liberty. The day he decided to leave Penacony and head for the interstellar frontier, Mikhail entrusted the dreamscape to me. But he left for too long. Far too long. Penacony was once again plunged into chaos, with the ensuing situation spun beyond my control. I'm sure you know what happened after. All my life I followed my father's footsteps. His dream was mine. He may be gone, but the Watchmaker's legend has always been passed down on Penacony. The Nameless helped the indigenous Asdanas establish the first dreamscape city, a perfect shelter existing within Memoria. During the period when Mikhail left, civil strife broke out among Penacony's families, causing much destructive damage to the dreamscape. After the family established the plan of festivities, the chaotic primordial dreamscape was left unchecked. It wasn't until Mikhail ripped off the family's faux benevolent mask that just a handful of people realized that the sinister motives lurked beneath the ostentatious representation. After that, Gallagher used the Enigma's power to once again activate the soaring dreamscape, unfettered by the family's shackles. That is the origin of Dreamflux Reef. With Dreamflux Reef as our stronghold, Gallagher and I have everything to guide the people who come here to realize the truth behind the family's dream. But we never forced anyone to stay. We only hoped to gather enough like-minded comrades to join in the resistance against the false dream. Gale's slumber. Well, that was touching. We learned a lot. And I don't think there's too many more loose ends that I can at least do in a short video like this. So, as I've mentioned before, this is just going to get edited in at the end of...
Today's fortune is...
This is just going to get edited in at the end of the playthrough. So thank you everyone for stopping by. Next time, we're probably just going to be doing the Fates Atlas stuff. And I'm going to slowly go through the process of putting these out. The first part of which should be up on YouTube by now. The second part of which will be going up in less than a day. But you don't need to know that information, because if you're watching this on YouTube, you've already seen all the parts. But the first half of this stream will probably be out before this, which will be the ending of the Arataki Ito event in Genshin. So yeah. Look forward to my future projects. If you're watching this, it might be a bit late to see them go live, but we still have a backlog of stuff to do. We have a world quest to do in Genshin. We have more Shadowverse story content to cover. There's some Sea of Thieves streams planned for the future. And as I've already mentioned, we're going to be covering more of the Fate Atlas content here. I still haven't decided if I'm going to be doing any polls, because we only have like 17 days for this. Oh, but I do have 20 here. So I guess we could end off with some standard polls, but you know what? I'll probably save those for the next stream. Because there's not much that happens in those side quest streams, so might as well save some pulls for those. Until next time, be sure to follow the links if you want to stay updated. Bye-bye.